What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Raven Widowmine to Gridmaster. Just like Ling Infestor to Gridmaster, we are going to be restarting this series. I don't quite remember where we left off, but Mass Ravens is going to be fun, even if I don't have the right strategy yet. So let's begin. The first game of the day is against a random player. Now, Raven Widowmine is going to be a pretty tough series to figure out, and now I even have to start over again because it's been so long since I recorded an episode. I think it was, I don't exactly remember when the patch was, but at some point a patch happened that nerfed the auto turret, and that really nerfs this challenge significantly because the auto turret actually made Mass Ravens pretty decent. Like, I think at some point, what was it, the challenge I did? It was one of my first challenges ever. I want to say it was Raven Hellion. I had some games with truly disgusting efficiency, right? Like, I would just kill an army of 10,000 resources and not lose anything just because of auto turrets is basically free units in a sense, right? But now auto turrets are so weak that you cannot really kill units with it anymore. Okay, that sounds really dumb if I put it like that. I guess I should say you cannot attack an army with them. You can like tank for your siege tanks, for example. You can drop them in a mineral line to harass. But if you're gonna drop a million auto turrets in front of someone's army, they're just gonna die instantly. So I'm gonna have to be a little more tactical about it. I definitely think the 5 command center setup, as is legendary on my channel, is going to make a big appearance again because otherwise I don't know how we're ever going to survive to the late game. Now, TVZ, he told me he was Zerg, but I'm not going to trust him entirely, so I'm still going to scout at a decent time, by the way. Normally, I wouldn't scout this early. Okay, he's actually Zerg. Very nice, King, what's his name? King Lugi, very nice of you. I still don't trust anyone telling their race, but very nice. But I think TVZ is going to be one of my favorite matchups for this challenge just because it's very often gonna end up in epic macro games, right? Like, I feel like Terran and Protoss, the games are a little more chaotic. Very often you'll die early to like a Blink attack or a Reaper attack, or something that also happens a lot in these challenges is they try to cheese me and fail miserably, and then the game just ends in kind of an anticlimactic game within the first 4 minutes or so. But against Zerg, I mean, it's not always the case. I do know that Zergs tend to play a little psychotic on the ladder for sure. Like, they're very weird and cheesy, but for some reason the games always do drag out. Like, it's never a I guess Zerg is not really easy to kill, and they're also not as good at killing, you know, Terrans or Protoss. So now, should I go for a fast third command center here? I do think it would make sense. I'm obviously allowed to make 1 Reaper and 5 Marines, but I don't really think I need the 5 Marines against Zerg. Unless we're being cheesed hardcore, I don't think we're gonna need those. Let's see if I can do some damage with my Reaper. Ping seems pretty decent. We are playing on the NA server, but it's probably not Brazil like we played on the what was it, Ling Infestor to Gridmaster series. That was quite an amount of micro I had to do. Let's see, third base is down at a reasonable time. I think we're just gonna save this Reaper for now and scout again in a minute. Sadly, I didn't see where the Overlords went. There could be an Overlord right here. In case, I'm just gonna fake my movement out a little bit. Then I'm gonna put my factory on the reactor. Now, this is where my build gets a little awkward because making mines this early is not really something you want to do. Like, the thing with Widow Mines is Widow Mines are super good against big clumps of units when your own Widow Mines are being supported, right? But just putting 1 Widow Mine here, 1 Zergling will trigger it and the second Zergling will kill it, right? It's not really... And the thing is, before you needed an armory to make them invisible permanently. Now you need to get drilling claws full stop. Okay, so he sees my first Widow Mine. I'm gonna hide it just in case he wasn't paying attention, so I can still kill the Overlord. That's actually gonna be a pretty nice pick off this early. I don't think he can run away from that. He can try. It would be sick if he on purpose tried to fly over my SCV so you could cause splash damage. And that is also another thing. Okay, there's Zerglings in my base already, and this is what I'm going to be talking about. This is so freaking difficult to stop. Now, he is going to go straight for the main, which is a little bit of a mistake by him, I think, because there's just too many SCVs there. So luckily for us, this is not going to be as bad. It's definitely a tough start, but it's not going to be as bad. He could have killed all the SCVs on the natural. Instead, he killed a decent amount of SCVs in the main, but we also managed to clean it up pretty fast. I'm not quite sure if those Widow Mines did more for me or for him, to be honest, but Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I had to survive one way or another. Guess I'm gonna put my barracks here for now. But that's exactly what I meant, by the way. Like, this time it was an Overlord, but it also could have just been 2 Zerglings. In fact, I'm happy I killed the Overlord instead of just 2 Zerglings, to be honest. Like, maybe we gave him a little bit of a supply block at home. That would have been nice. But that's another thing I didn't think about before, guys. The Widowmine nerfs. The Widowmines got nerfed in like 4 different ways, by the way. Like, this is going to be a freaking hard challenge. Holy cow. Now, there's no drones over here for me to kill. Maybe I can surround the queen. That would have been very funny. Don't think it's going to happen, though. Guess I could run around the base a little bit. Can we hit one? No, it looks like we're not going to be able to hit that. Maybe I can kill that. Can I kill the larva? Oh, wait, you actually cannot target them anymore? I thought they used to auto-target larva and they stopped that, but I kind of imagined you would still be able to target them manually, but I guess not. Now, I might have been a little greedy here because my third base is supposed to be a planetary, but since I lost so many SCVs, I guess an orbital makes sense. I still feel like it's a bit silly by me, honestly, to go for the orbital there, but we'll see how it's going to go. We already used up a lot of Zerglings. I'm going to burrow these in the middle of the map. Actually, one of those is going to... Actually, I'll just burrow one. I think vision is going to be more important, right? So I'm going to burrow one Widowmine on all the sides, just so I have vision everywhere. And that should be pretty nice for me. Going to burrow this over there. I see an Overlord on the left side, which I could probably kill with this Widowmine before regaining vision. Now, because of the Widowmine nerfs, I think it makes sense that I go for drilling claws before going for extra starports. Like, extra starports are super nice, so I can make more ravens and actually get a little bit of a punch with the amount of auto turrets that I have. But if I don't get drilling claws, these Widowmines are kind of going to be useless. Like, I can't attack with them. I can't really drop with them either. Guess I'm just going to get interference matrix because I don't know what else I would do, to be honest, at this point. I guess I can... Actually, it kind of makes sense to get interference matrix because I'm pretty sure you can interference matrix Vipers, and Vipers are an inhumanly strong counter, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that, against mass Ravens, any mass air units in general. I think literally any air units really struggle against them, so it would be nice if I could disable those. Now, the only armor, or the only upgrade I should get is armor, because attack is not going to benefit me in any way. Do I need another upgrade? Probably building armor, but not yet, because I don't even have my planetary set up yet. Now, let's see. Okay, so he's going for a lot of gases. It does seem like his early Link Flood did cost him a little bit of money, because the lair was a little later than normal. So maybe we're not in as bad of a spot as I thought. I'm also getting away with freaking murder by being this greedy, by the way. Like, this orbital should have been owned by mass Zerglings a long time ago, but I think my opponent probably expected me to be a little more sensible, I suppose. Which I absolutely wasn't, because I just put an orbital down there. Excuse me. And I've barely had any defenses. Now, at this point, I can start adding a couple more starports. He is going to go up to 80 drones soon, but since the lair was late, I don't think I really have to worry about it. That's the thing. Because if Vipers were already going to be on the way soon, that would be a different story. But I feel like just lair units is not going to be super scary. I guess as long as I have time... I keep having too many SCVs here, by the way. As long as I have time to get my planetaries up, we should be safe against all of the ground stuff. There's obviously a couple things that are going to be very scary, like... Let's say our opponent gets up to lurkers, for example. That's going to be very, very scary. I think even Hydras would be pretty tough to deal with, but once we get planetaries, that is going to be a lot better. Now, let's see if I can do a little bit of damage here. Good reactions by the opponent. I'm just going to try to burrow them in every little nook that I can find. That Spinecrawler had 5 million range. Guess that was a little bit of leash range there. Gonna start building a couple turrets. This is going to be planetary number 1. Not really gonna get much damage with this, but I do feel like the mining time was probably worth it. Like, if you look at the economy I'm having, and really, I don't think I'm playing legit at all. Like, this game should not be copied or not be replicated by me in any way, because I'm just being so absurdly greedy. Dude, I thought I fixed my rally like 100 times. Every time I look at that base, there's too many SCVs. Because I can send one back and one over here, and then I should have the perfect saturation. Gonna try to do a little more damage with these. And we did indeed arrive at the... Even despite the start, it's just what I said. We did indeed still arrive at the long macro game. Now, what am I gonna do here? As long as my opponent doesn't have Vipers, I'm gonna feel very free with whatever I do. The moment Vipers come come out, that's going to be a different story. He's I feel like he's playing like me, but from the Zerg part. Like, he hasn't made any units, really. He's just chilling there and making spines and spores, just like I'm making planetaries. The only difference is that I'm actually harassing with my stuff, and he isn't. Now, it kind of looks like those overlords were on the way. I guess I can probably just kill these. These do have drilling claws, so now I can actually kill them pretty easily. Okay, probably drop a couple more auto turrets here. I have a lot of energy on those. Those are going to do very, very well. Going to get one shot up. Actually, pretty cool evolution chamber block there, so I couldn't get further into the base. Probably just kill the spore crawler as well, to be honest, at this point. Gonna drop a couple more auto turrets. This harassment has been very effective. I'm wondering what his unit choice is going to be. Let's see. Okay, he does have the hive already. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I thought he was going to go for like hydras or mutas first, but he kind of just made all of it at once, right? He has double evo upgrading spire, hydra, and infestation pit, and most importantly the hive. I think maybe this sounds so dumb, but maybe I should have been even more greedy, to be honest. I really didn't realize he was going to be playing like this. But if I did, I would have just taken every base on the map already. Because then once they're all planetaries, he can't really stop them anymore. But if I take them now and he gets a Viper Hydra army out, let's say, then he is going to be able to stop them pretty easily. I like how I have this one Reaper. It's actually helping me with creep denial here, which is kind of funny. Okay, so he has a couple Hydras. I'm going to start this fight by spamming a bunch of auto turrets. You can tell that they are indeed dying instantly, but I just have to get in here and do something at least. This is, oh my god, this is gonna hit so hard, I think. Oh, barely. That was so freaking close. Okay, so this is obviously not an efficient fight at all. But we are denying mining, which is a lot. That one did actually get the fire, which is really nice. Maybe I should go for another factory over here, just so I can replenish these widow mines faster. Because most likely what's going to happen is I'm just always going to lose a lot of drones there. I'm just going to be trading a lot. And I'm going to have to rebuild it. Like, I can't beat this Hydra straight up anymore. You guys might even be surprised with how weak the auto turrets are. I really wasn't exaggerating, guys. The auto turrets, they are very, very weak in a straight up fight. But they do a good job of, like, covering the widow mine. Did I see an army here? Yeah, I did see an army here. Dude, I have so many... Yeah, I need a lot more factories. I didn't even realize how many widow mines I had queued on my bases, but it was a lot. Now, this is where the planetaries are going to come in handy. The planetaries are basically going to be the thing stopping this entire army. I'm going to be able to kill this overseer, which is quite nice. I can use even more planetaries everywhere I go, to be honest. Oh, I'm going to lose a couple of ravens here. Maybe I should send these on the counterattack again. I'm not quite sure how much they can do, but maybe they can do a little bit. Going to send these ravens to the bottom side, get a planetary over here. That widow mine is probably going to get a decent hit. Maybe I can deny the spine crawler from killing all of my widow mines. That would be nice. Let's see, I'm not going to need too many, but a couple will do the trick. I really feel like this planetary on its own is literally stronger than my entire army against the Hydras. Like, I think this planetary is the only reason that he can't just kill everything I have right now. Like, freaking crazy. He is getting a lot of these Hydras, guys. I'm starting to get a little worried here. He can also do moves like that, of course. Okay, so I feel like our supply... I should be ahead in supply, but my bank is obviously pretty dry, and his army is still stronger. He was fighting against that on accident, which is nice. I'm going to be able to kill a lot of drones here, actually. Those ravens, very, very effective. Then maybe I should just migrate my SCVs to the bottom side, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to mine from this reliably. Yo, those widow mines actually got hits off on the Hydras, it looks like, which is really nice. I'm going to drop a couple more turrets over here. Those are really never going to be able to mine, but at this point, I think... Is this enough widow mines? Like, burrowing widow mines in front of units is so sketch because they die incredibly fast. But it might also be the only play that I have. Okay, let's see. I'm going to drop a couple auto turrets, and then I'll make sure to kill the overseer. That's going to be really nice, and then he can't clean these widow mines up anymore. I'm going to start a couple more command centers on the bottom side. These should really be brought back home to repair. I do really like the spread of widow mines that I still have on the map, by the way. Like, despite being attacked by the Hydras. Oh, I definitely should have made more SCVs all this time, by the way. That's a little silly by me. But despite a lot of them being cleared up by the Hydras, we still have so much map vision everywhere. I should make every base a planetary instantly. I did not get building armor yet. That teaches us that maybe the next time I should just get it instantly, because I'm going to forget it at some point anyway. I do not want to lose these ravens. I also don't want to lose all of my command centers. Let's see, what are his upgrades? Yes, 3-3 on the Hydras. Oh, man. Can I defeat that? I kind of think I can only defeat it with my planetaries. Like, I was kind of thinking maybe I'll max out at some point and then we're going to have a decent shot. But I'm really not sure we can kill that many Hydras if we actually engage it. Like, look at these auto turrets. I can't even kill. The upgrades are so good. I really didn't realize his upgrades are so freaking insane, to be honest. Like, that is crazy. 3-3 Hydras. And I think I'm just going to go for a counterattack here. Kill as much as I can. Maybe even make another planetary over here. That would not be a bad... These are all so low HP, by the way. I'm still lucky that he hasn't made Vipers so far. Like, Vipers would be freaking devastating. I'm going to drop a bunch of auto turrets here. He didn't realize I have this base, which is really nice. Those Widowmites are going to pop off. Yes, any hits I can get are so nice. I'm just going to keep dropping auto turrets over here. At least I want to make sure to kill the hatchery. That's going to be a good start. Let's get a couple more out here. Can I ever kill the tech? I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to be dropping a million auto turrets. Do I have... No, I don't have it on rapid fire, sadly. Should probably change that because rapid fire is really instrumental in playing any kind of Raven challenge. Wait, maybe I can hit a couple of these from the high ground as well. Let's see. Can I hit the drones? Yeah, the drones can actually be hit from there. Oh, this is such a nice harassment spot. Now, I only have 163 supply, which is really not that crazy. I've been feeling super rich, but in reality, I am not actually that rich. I guess I maybe should try to get in here a little more. These are all so low HP, unfortunately. Okay, this planetary should be doing a really good job of killing at least a couple Hydras. Let's see. That's already a couple Hydras going down. I'm going to try to drop a couple more auto turrets in here. Wait, he actually can't... He cannot kill that, even though he has 3-3 on the Hydras. That is pretty freaking crazy, right? Holy... It's okay. He's going to bring the Hydras back. Guess I'm just going to drop more auto turret. Dude, I really feel like I've had infinity auto turrets here. Like, how many have I freaking dropped already? It must be so many at this point. I'm going to start a couple more command centers over here. I do have a lot of Ravens waiting, but don't really want to keep F2ing those across the map all the time because we have already lost a significant amount. Does he have this base? Okay. Initially, I got a little scared because I was like, oh no, he does have it. And like, even one base matters so much in this kind of game where my army is suboptimal, but thank goodness it wasn't mining. Now I can counterattack with... this group of Ravens and kill even more bases. I feel like that would be nice. At some point, I might have to F2 all of my Widowmites. That's a really good find by him. Holy crap, that's actually some proper awareness. Now, I want gas. I'm going to try to mine gas here. Then I'm just going to make sure to take down this base real quick. I don't know how many auto turrets you need to do that. I'm just going to drop a lot and hope it works. Okay, so that planetary is going to do a lot of work once again. I'm going to fly both of these away. I'm going to try to deny this base, which is one of his last mining bases. Not his actual last mining one. Dude, the building army is so good. It actually dies so much slower. Sadly, not enough. Going to burrow a lot of Widowmites next to this. The hatchery on top did die, which is really nice for me. I think I might have killed all of those Hydras over there, by the way. I'm not 100% sure. Now he finds this base as well. Well done by him. He does have a couple more Hydras at home than I was hoping for. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can kill a couple of these drones here as well. Actually, most of them going down, surprisingly. He still has money, which is also quite surprising, I have to say. I really feel like I've been, you know, killing pretty much all his economy all the time, but... I really want to give an applause to him because this game looked so rough for him in so many ways. Like, he didn't really punish my greed or anything, but still, he really managed to get a big army out. This looks like a little bit of a mistake, though, fighting into the planetary. Maybe this is the first time I can actually drop auto turrets on top of the Hydras. Are those Widowmites going to shoot? The Widowmites are going to fire. Going to take care of a couple Hydras, which is really, really nice. How big is army here? It is really not big anymore. Going to make a couple more command centers on this side because I don't think he should be able to kill it anymore. Let's see. Does he have this base on the top? He's trying to take both of them at the same time. Did he... Wait. Those Widowmites fired. Did I maybe kill the Hydras that were there? There were like roughly 5 Hydras at the top over there, I'm sure. I remember seeing them. Okay, so there's a couple of Hydras here. He's going to try to find my auto turret straight up, but now I actually do have a big army. If he fights without his entire army, then the auto turrets are actually going to win, I think. Even though there are 3-3 Hydras. GG is called. And there we go. Oh my goodness. That was quite the first game back, I have to say. I'm really not quite sure about how I approach. It was such a weird game, right? I wasn't sure about how we approached this because I was too greedy. And then once I really realized what he was doing, I felt like I wasn't greedy enough. Because notice how I didn't get all the planetaries up. So I kept losing these bases on the outside because they weren't defended early. If I had a planetary in every single base early on, it would have been so much harder for him to do something. Ideally, even planetaries here, so he couldn't sneak in between. But in the end, we still traded 6k efficiently. We got 45 freaking Ravens in the end. That's a beautiful warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is against another Zerg on the same map in the Clan 2v2 God. Now I'm curious how those skills are going to translate to 1v1 against Mass Raven Widowmine. Now let's see. What do I want to do different from the last game? I think the opening was very awkward, right? I think one thing we can do to make this a little better is to start off by walling on the low ground. Because like the last game where I can only have Widow Mines to defend, and I mean, in addition to like the 5 Marines and stuff, I guess that means I would have to make my 5 Marines and my Reaper and a bunker, which would really delay like my 3rd command center, my wall off, my, you know, the actual infrastructure that I want. So maybe it's smaller to just wall on the low ground here. So I don't necessarily need extra units to defend, at least a Zergling flood. I still think it would be very, very difficult to defend like a Ravager. I don't even know what I would do, honestly. Like a Ravager attack, that's going to be freaking killer. I mean, that's where, you know, my Ultra Instincts are really going to have to kick in. But at least against a Zergling flood, this is going to be a little better. Now, I also still think that the 3rd orbital, it was a little much. Like, we didn't get punished for it. In fact, we got rewarded for it because we had more money and it worked out for us, right? But I think it's a little much. I think I just need to scout a little bit better. Still go for the 5 command center setup. If you guys don't know what it is, it's very simple. You just have planetary here, and a 5th command center planetary here. And that way, everything is just covered by planetary. So I don't have to worry about dying to small groups of ground units. In these challenges, I typically don't have units that can actually help me defend, so that I just have to sink an amazing amount of resources in building my planetaries like that very early. That's how it goes, right? But if I scout properly, I could still make a ton of command centers after going for the 5cc setup and just not make as many Widow Mines. I think that's probably where I have to get my economic advantage, or at least climb back economically after doing this opening. Wait, did I just see a Zergling there? I don't want Zerglings to run into my base because I obviously don't really have anything here. So I'm going to make the factory over here. Ideally, I still only make 1 Marine, but if we don't see a 3rd CC, maybe this would be a good time, or a 3rd hatch rather, would be a good time to experiment with making those 5 Marines. And do a little bit of damage to this Overlord. It's kind of good for me that I can already see where it's flying. He was trying to sneak in from the back over there. Looks like he's going to lose a Zergling there. Oh, that would be the case if my micro is good, which it wasn't, unfortunately. Happens to the best. 3rd hatch is there. It's very similar to last game, right? Like what my opponents are doing. Like the hatch, I feel like is in the same time, same location as well. Chose the same 3rd base. I guess that is something you can copy from really good Zerg, so they probably just you know, saw like a really good Zerg do that and decided to copy it. But still funny how similar the game looks. Really gives us the vibe that we get to, you know, we get a second shot. We get to experiment again. Now, how am I going to do this exactly? I feel like the starport should be up here because else it's just going to be like a little too chaotic in the natural. Like, I might still have to make bunkers. What this Reaper is for is that Reaper is going to scout if we are going to get attacked by roaches. You always want to save that Reaper until like 3:45 or 4 minutes, so you can scout for the Ravager timing. If there is a Ravager timing, I still don't even know what I would do, but at least scouting it is going to be the first step. Like the thing is, you can always find a creative approach to deal with things like that. Like I could, for example, I'm allowed to make medevacs in this challenge. I could go for really crazy counterattacks and burrow like 1 Widow Mine here, 1 here, 1 here, and very slowly whittle his army down until I can kill the remainder with my mass SCVs. Stuff like that, right? And if I kill enough drones on the other side, that could be a strategy that works. Oh, actually, his links were just in the perfect place. That is unfortunate. I don't think he saw me. I believe there was no Overlord there. Could be wrong, of course, but I believe there was no Overlord, but his links were right there, which means that we are not going to get the scout against the roaches, which in turn means I'm going to have to send out these Widow Mines as a scout instead. He's actually... Oh, he got Overlord speed. I was wondering, how the hell did he get past there? Now, Overlord speed, I think, is kind of all right for me. I guess, theoretically, it's good for him because he, you know, he gets to see what I'm doing and he should be able to respond, but that also means that he... Oh, let me target a drone. Actually, I didn't target it and I still got 2 drones well damaging the queen. That was a little bit of luck there, but we take those. But now, if he's not going to respond perfectly, then this is good for me because he did spend 100 on the Overlord speed right there. I do not want this base to get denied by Zerglings, so I guess I'm just going to send a couple of the homies over there. I'm going to go for my 5 command center setup. Sadly for me, I will have to burrow those right... Oh, there's actually more Zerglings here I didn't even realize. I'm going to have to burrow those right under the Zergling and make... Oh! Oh my goodness, he was going to go for the splits, but actually did manage to kill a decent amount. So I have one auto turret. I can actually use this auto... Wait, this is going to be a cool move. Check this out. I can use this one auto turret to block the Marine if he's going to come back. This would be a really cool move, I think. Let's see if it's going to work out for us. Doesn't seem like he's coming back yet, though, so that is nice. I do really need to get these command centers up. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to block it now. There we go. It looks like he... Okay, he's just going to chill there for now. It kind of looked like he wanted to go for splitting Zerglings. Like, that's kind of what it looks like. So this planetary finishes. Now I really need the other planetaries to finish as well. I don't even understand what just happened. The first Widowmine should have fired but didn't. And then the second one shoots all the way from freaking downtown. I do not have an explanation for that. But, ooh, that lair skin caught me off guard a little bit. That looks so freaking weird in StarCraft 2. My brain was like, wait, what did I just see? Look at that. Looks so freaking weird in StarCraft 2. Okay, now I'm going to go for the drilling claws again. I am getting a little scared because of the early scouts with my opponent, I have to admit. Like, it's definitely a little scary. I'm burrowing all my Widowmines at the front for that reason. I'm scared of Mutas. Let's see if I can get a scout. Oh, Swarm Host. That is scary. That is very... Could I deny this? Okay, this is very risky what I'm doing. Because I'm going to waste a lot of auto turret energy here. I'm just going to target the hatchery. I think we're barely not going to get it, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, he canceled it, so I guess technically we got it, which is nice. I'm going to start building a lot of turrets over here. Just so we can deal with Locust. Oh, this is a very cool response by him. I didn't even think about this. I thought Mutas would have been the obvious choice. Which is going to be very hard to counter, but I... think I might be able to do it, but Swarm Host Nidus. I mean, he could also be going for like infestors, but that would be absolute insanity, and I don't think I should be expecting that level of insanity from my opponents instead of me. I'm not even sure if I should be making planetaries right now anymore, because Swarm Hosts are really good against planetaries, of course. I'm going to start getting the armor upgrades. I'm going to put a couple of Widowmines out on the map again. I guess these Widowmines I can now move out on the map with. I'm going to get drilling claws. I wonder if I could find the Nidus and burrow the Widowmines next to it every time. That would be a very funny way to respond to that, right? Or maybe I could patrol these Ravens on this side and these Widowmines over here. I'm going to start spreading these Widowmines a little bit, just so I can see what's around my bases a little better. Okay, so he's going to run into this planetary now. That's obviously not going to do anything. Okay, so I found Nidus number 1. He is not going to be able to do anything with that amount of Swarmos, luckily for me. So this is going to be perfectly fine. The way those turrets are actually very well placed. I didn't really think about it, but like the turrets are far back enough that the Locusts have to land. And then my planetary can kill them once they land. Like, it's just the perfect distance. So I guess I'll just drop a couple turrets over here. It's actually a very interesting location for him to have put that Nidus down, I have to say. I'm just going to drop a lot of turrets because it seems like he wants to commit. So far, these trades are going very, very well for me, guys. And I think my opponent might be running a bit into a wall. I still have a lot of Widowmine. Oh, look! Yo, the Widowmine burrow. Wow, it actually worked. That is cool. Come on, guys. That is very, very cool. Now, I do already have building armor, which is really nice. I'm now going to evolve the range of my buildings as well. Okay, looks like the Nidus is going to be on the bottom here. I'm going to be able to kill this, and then I'll move on with the rest. Maybe I can bait the Locust Wave with this Widowmine. Let's see. Is he going to land on it? Exactly, it is going to land. I'm going to drop a couple auto turrets here. He's going to have to run away from that and not really going to lose anything here. Drilling Claws is finished, so these are not going to be spotted since there's no Overseer. Maybe now we have a little bit of an opportunity to do counter damage. Like, keep in mind, I have Drilling Claws, so these are going to be able to burrow really fast, even in Mineralize. I'm just going to make sure to rebuild these turrets every time because the turrets are going to save my planetary from dying, I think. If it's too many Swarm Hosts, you can just dive them all on top of the planetary, and then it pretty much always dies, even with building armor and stuff, so need to keep this in mind. Now, okay, wait, he actually went quite all in with this. Okay, I'm going to take the risk again. No, actually, I don't have enough... Oh, we're going to kill a lot of queens here. I don't have enough turrets to kill this hatchery, so this was maybe a slight miscalculation. But I did kill a lot of those units already, which is really nice. I still have Widowmines. Wait, auto turret? Oh, it actually worked! Look, we made it so many of the Locusts with that one auto turret. That is awesome. This planetary is not going to die. He could totally kill something. I think with this, he doesn't have enough Locusts to kill this, though. He already lost the building army is so freaking good, by the way. Holy cow, I didn't expect the building armor to be that good against the Locust. Like, it actually is going to take him a lot more Locust than normal to kill it. Drilling Claws! Oh, very nice hits. There we go. That is beautiful. Okay, and so far, we're actually doing surprisingly well against these Swarmos, I have to say. Like, I really thought it was going to be more difficult than this, but I don't know. This is really starting to look something. Like, maybe this is a way better setup than what we normally have, so I'm going to be able to kill this now. Guess I'll remove a bunch of these Widow Mines. I'll keep a couple over here. Let's see, there's one Zergling over here, which means he is probably going to try to put a Nidus down there at some point. My economy itself is not that great yet. I have a lot of SCVs, but not the basis to really do something with it. Now, how many Ravens am I on? I am on 15 Ravens, means we are really starting to get there at least. Got another factory up here. Now we might be... Oh, this is going to be huge. Look, I'm going to drop a bunch of auto turrets over here so he can't escape that way. Oh, man, he's going to lose so many freaking drones there. Look at this. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so now I'm just going to spam auto turrets like crazy. If he wants to waste his locust on this, then I'm very... He already lost all of the workers, by the way. Like, the drones already died. I actually escaped with the Widow Mines on the top. Okay, that's kind of nasty, I have to admit. That was beautiful. And I still have more auto turrets to drop here. If his entire army is locust, then he's not going to be able to defend these auto turrets very well. And maybe... going Swarmos is actually not the right call here. I really thought it was a genius call, but I'm kind of starting to doubt that a little bit. Because, I don't know, like they're a little bit too bad at defending the Ravens themselves. And the harassment, once I got the turrets up and the planetaries, it actually hasn't been going that well for him at all. I guess should I make a double planetary here? Or is that a little too much? Do need to make sure to just get a lot of turrets up here. Here we go. Let's get all of those turrets. He still hasn't tried to unload from here, which is good for him because he would lose a bunch of Swarmos to those Widow Mines instantly. Guess I'll send these back home to get repaired. Shouldn't take too long at all. Now, my opponent does still have a... Well, it wasn't fully saturated for a bit, but I have to imagine it's going to be fully saturated pretty soon. Wait, maybe I can burn my Widow Mines here and bait all the locusts. Or kill all the locusts as they spawn. That'd be pretty awesome. There's an Overlord in my base. I really don't want that to be there. Like a Nidus in my main would actually be a lot more painful because I don't really have any defenses over here. I did waste a couple Widow Mine shots there, but I just wanted to right-click it right away to make sure. Now, let's see... I think I'm going to send my Ravens to the bottom and run my Widow Mines in there again. I didn't really realize this before. Because in my head, he had like 1,000,000 static defense. Is it here? Yeah, it is here. 1,000,000 static defense, but it's actually just Spore. So my Widow Mines should be able to run in free. This is going to hurt. Oh, man. He needs to be so careful with that, guys. It's going to hurt so bad. Okay, he's actually going to use the Locust for this, interestingly enough. Let's see. Okay, I think we got a couple of drones. I don't think we got all of them, but we did get a couple of drones. Gonna drop my auto turrets over here. I can remake those Widow Mines very fast because they just build very fast. Gonna make even more of a camp over here. I think I have enough money now to get a couple sensor towers up as well. Let's get you moving over there. And then maybe I can even deny some of the creep. He does have a decent amount of creep. It's giving him a lot of vision, which is quite annoying for me, honestly. Oh, that's... Oh, he has adrenal glands. That's going to be a little painful. Those are very, very strong. Oh, there they are, guys. The Vipers. We were so scared of them in game 1, but now here they are in game 2. I wasn't even thinking about them anymore, to be honest. Didn't really feel like the kind of game where Vipers would be an issue. I was trying to use the auto turrets to shoot those, not the Widow Mines, but it's whatever, I guess. Now, wait, this is the... I thought I had interference matrix, but I didn't have it. Last game I did it, and last game is not the one I needed it, and now I do. I don't have interference matrix. I don't think interference matrix is necessarily a good counter against the Vipers, to be honest, but I guess it is something that I can try. Okay, we're gonna get a couple of trades there. I just need to make sure to never be in range to get parasitic bomb. That's the entire thing, by the way. If you guys don't know why I'm so freaking afraid of these Vipers, it's just parasitic bomb. Like, it is just so freaking strong against clumped up air units. It's actually kind of insane. Now I'm going to be able to move in here. Oh, we're going to get a really fat shot here, I think. I wish I had a rapid fire on these auto turrets right now. Sadly, I don't, but I'm going to do so much freaking damage here. Also, these Widow Mines are doing a really good job in that base as well. I'm even starting to... Oh, the Widow Mines! They're actually going to target the Vipers somehow. Okay, I need to make sure that I split these up a little bit. Okay, he's using... oh my goodness, he lost all the Vipers. Okay, there we go. The unit efficiency was brutal this game. Wow. All right. This is probably the hardest I could have countered the Vipers possibly. He had 4 Vipers, Two of them already died to the Widow Mines over here. And then he flew into the main, but he didn't have his army near. I don't know. Oh, okay, the swarmers were all in the Nidus. That's a little bit of a mistake. I thought he would either be killing a base or defending. But he didn't have army, so I could just run. Look at this clump of ravens. This is more than 20 ravens right here, by the way. He was flying his Vipers over here. I split all the ravens. He only got one parasitic bomb off on a single raven. The auto turrets killed him, and this was actually very beautiful. The units lost here is freaking disgusting. 5.8k against 15k. This is exactly the kind of game that I wanted to see for this series. We have one game left. Let's do it. The final game of the day is a rematch on the same map. All right. 3 times the same matchup on the same map. Now, this is where it gets a little scary because in the last game, he already had a cool idea. It's always a little tricky to go up against creative players, you know, because it's like, usually I can predict what's going to happen pretty well. Because most people try to fall into the same patterns where, oh, let's say we're playing against mech, so we're going to play roaches, right? Or we see there's a lot of ravens, so we're going to play mutas. But when they're creative players, it's a little harder to kind of predict and to deal with what they're going to do. And now he's already going to know our strategy, especially when he's going to see the wall on the low ground here. That's going to be... I mean, it's not a dead giveaway. I can always be mind gaming and stuff, but it is kind of a thing. I don't really... No. No, of course not. Oh, I want to type a real smiley. I always have caps lock on because this is my caps lock button. If you guys wonder why sometimes I type good luck, have fun in caps lock, it's because this is my camera hotkey. I did forget what I was talking about just now. Oh yeah, so it's going to be hard to counter him because he knows what I'm going to do. And it's something that I can't really explain. But I feel like your brain, it just picks up certain signals that you don't consciously realize. So when I practice against, let's say playing TVP, okay? And I play against someone going Oracle into Blink, right? You can also play Oracle into Robo. But a lot of times, if you've played against it enough, you just kind of feel when they're going Blink and when they're going Robo. And you don't even know which signals you're picking up, but you just know. And I feel like it's probably not going to have that after just one game, right? But he might start picking up on certain signals, like maybe it's how I freaking plays my starport or something. He might not even realize why he knows, but he could totally know that I'm going to play Mass Raven again. Now, what would I switch up compared to the last game if I was going to go for a mind game here? I am not 100% sure, to be honest. I feel like last game was already very solid, right? I would like to also play. I have to say, by the way, I really missed this kind of challenge where I'm trying to improve one build in particular, or not really one build, but one playstyle in particular. It actually feels really fun because I always start off playing really bad, and then at some point, I figured out more and more. Like I feel like that second game was so much better than the first game already for me. That feels really rewarding. This game, I'm gonna go for a 2-gas opening. I feel like I was about to say something else, by the way, like 30 seconds ago, but I forgot. I keep having so many things I want to talk about. And I feel like sometimes I just randomly prioritize one and then forget about the other. Now I'm going to go for a faster starport or faster Raven attack this game. I think I made this exact mistake in one of the other games where my scouting SCV was stuck here. Guess I'm going to kind of stick true to what I said earlier and just place my starport somewhere else. At least, I don't know if that's like a signal you could pick up on. But if he does, maybe he'll actually think it's something else because the starport is placed in a different location. Now, is there maybe something I could do by playing 2 starport Raven? Like, the thing that my build is lacking so far is just aggressive power. Like, it feels very easy for the opponent to just go up to 80 drones. They don't even really need to make any units, and even if they do, they could make like 20 Zerglings, kill my Widowmines that go out on the map, deny my bases if I try to take it, and I can't really do much about it. So maybe it could be a good idea to try to switch it up with like slightly more aggressive play sometimes. And let's see what's going on there. He has a lot of gas mine. Let's see if we're going to find a Roach Warren over here. That would be nice. He's taking more gas. This is starting to look like a Roach all-in to me. We haven't scouted the Roach Warren, but taking the gases on that time, that is a telltale sign of a Roach play. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be using my 5 Marines, I think. I'm going to start making my Marines, and I'm actually going to make a bunker on the low ground. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a bunker on the low ground. Let's see if I can escape with these. That would be nice. Actually, maybe bait them into these over here. So I'm making one Raven already. Interference Matrix would be a waste of money. I'm going to make another bunker over here. I would expect this to be a Ravager Lingolin. Obviously, I could be wrong, but judging by the timing on those gases, it should be. And my opponent might think that well, now he probably realizes. He might think that I haven't picked up on it because... Oh, I need to get all my units to the front. Because I didn't see the Roach Warren, right? But I picked up on it because of the gas count. I'm going to be able to deny that as well. Let's kill that one. I thought I pulled SCVs already. Ooh, that's a little bit of a mistake there. Let's see. I'm going to get another Widowmine out here. This is going to be a really hard defense, by the way. Let's see. That Widowmine might absolutely pop off. It's not going to pop off. Instead of it's killing my workers more than anything else. Now, let's see. I'm not allowed to make any more Marines. I think we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here, guys. I do have these. Maybe I'm going to send those into the mineral line. I do have 2 Ravens building at a time. He is going to be able to snipe down that reactor pretty easily, though. Keep in mind, I can't actually make any more Marines here. I can... Actually, I'm going to use that to dodge. I'm going to bring this one a little bit further back. I'm going to make a couple more of these. He actually doesn't have any drones at all, which is pretty freaking crazy. I still have 1 Widowmine back here. Let me drop a couple instant depots. I think that would be nice. Okay, so he really has no economy here whatsoever. I mean, neither do I after this attack, right? But I still feel like there might be... Oh, wait, this is huge. Look at this. Oh, my God, the auto turret. I can block his path out. He can't escape because I have the auto turrets in the entrances. This is actually a massive play. Here we go. Oh, that is actually very cool, guys. I blocked both exits with auto turrets, and now I'm going to be able to re-wall those. And he might not get enough roaches out in time. Let's see. He has 2 roaches in front of my base. I'm not quite sure how much more he has. I have 2 Widowmines there ready to fire, which are going to do a really good job. I'm going to put this auto turret a little bit further back, so he's not going to kill it as easily. Going to put this Widowmine a little closer, and then I just need to keep spamming Ravens. Like, the problem with these Ravens is that they run out of energy pretty quick. That is a little bit of a crazy Ravager morph here, because I'm going to be able to corner those. Now he's going to walk into the Widowmine, which is going to make the roaches low HP. Oh my goodness, I think we're going to defend in the end, guys. It looked like it was going to be so tough, but now I have 6 Ravens out. They're slowly regenerating energy. I have a ton of Widowmines, and I feel like we should be able to do it. I'm not allowed to make any more Marines. That is the biggest downside. So if he would, let's say, spam Ravager Link like crazy and try again, it might be difficult, but our economy is so much better. And I think we're honestly very lucky here that I went for this strategy, right, with the 2 starports. I feel like if we didn't have this many freaking Ravens, I think there's no chance that we're going to be able to hold it. I'm going to be able to surround him with the auto turrets. They're doing so much damage, and I have more as well. I think I should be able to get... should I kill that? I think I can kill it, right, with 1 more auto turret. It's a little hard to drop it, honestly. Let's see. Am I going to be able to kill it? Barely not, I think. Oh, we do actually get the Ravager. There we go. Now, I don't have many auto turrets for the harassment, and I do have to transition. Like, there's always a couple scary things in these chaotic games. Like, for example, I would have no idea if he made a lair at some point, which is only 100 gas, mind you, to make mutas. Like, notice on the minimap, there's a decent amount of creep. He could have been transitioning. He could have a lot of drones already. Yeah, and he does actually have a lot of drones. This is his 3rd base. Kind of looks like he has like 50 drones here or something. I'm going to be able to kill a queen. I'm going to be able to kill another queen here, I think. Let's see. Are we going to kill that? We are going to kill that queen. I don't have a lot of units left. He's mining a lot of gas. I don't see a spy. This is more a scouting mission than anything else, by the way. I want to see the spire. If it's... Okay, yeah, he has the lair already. This is indeed pretty scary. Is there a spire back there? I don't see a spire. Okay, so this could maybe just be road speed as well. Should I? I'm going to check for hidden bases. I'm a little scared of hidden bases. Now, I didn't see any additional units after I killed those Ravagers. So I think what I'm going to do is send my Widowmines across here. Just run them into the base. I do have my 2nd starport, but I don't have my drilling claw set up yet, right? So that is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to start building some turrets over here just in case I actually miss the spire, which... I mean, his base looks like he should have a spire. He has 4 gases and a lair, and I didn't see anything that costs gas, right? So I would imagine that he has a spire. He is making spines. Would you make spines if you have a spire? I would say probably. I think that checks out for me, for my theory. Wait, he might not realize this Widowmine. Look at this Widowmine, guys. Oh, it's going to kill a lot of workers. There we go. Massive. Pretty much all of them as well. That is beautiful. And now I'm going to instantly try to get all of my 5cc setup going at once. Gonna saturate... Oh, that's the wrong camera hotkey. Saturate this base as well. Instantly move my Ravens across the map again. Try to protect this base a little bit with my upcoming units. Now, this shows me that he actually has 0 units which once again makes me believe he's going for a Spire. He didn't make any Zerglings whatsoever. Those are not invisible. I don't have Drilling Claws. He could have been killing those all this time. So the fact that he didn't really shows me that he has 0 units, aka he should be saving up money for Mutalisk. My supply is still incredibly low, but if I get my 5cc setup going, that's obviously going to be a different story. Those are going to be surrounded, and we have done it. GG is called. Let's see if I can find the Spire eventually. Was there a Spire? He was going to go for Hydras. Okay, he has a lot of gas. I really think this would have been a good game for a Spire, to be honest. Unit efficiency about 50% more, and this mostly just came down to the hold. If I didn't go for this 2-starboard Raven opener, I think we would have died 100%. Even now, I still think there was a really good chance we were going to die. If we didn't have that super clutch wall off with the turrets against the first Ravagers, a couple really good Widowmine hits, I think we would have died. So this is definitely a strategy we need to keep in our book. As we progress through this series, we're going to play against Zergs that we already know in advance are going to be cheesy, and then maybe we can pull out this strategy. But for today, this is going to be it. 3 games as always. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys are enjoying the return to Extra Grandmaster challenges anyway. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.